It was raining the evening they came to her door. A cold rain, the kind that finds your collar. Nora watched them through the glass, her mother, her father, and her brother Danny shivering on her steps like strangers who had lost their way. Danny held something small against his chest, a photo in a little frame. More than 20 years since anyone in that family had said her name out loud. Nora's hand rested on the door. She did not open it. Not yet. To understand why one woman would stand so still, with her whole family shaking in the rain below her, you have to go all the way back. Back to a jar on a kitchen shelf. There was a jar on the top shelf. Every week, a few coins went in. "That's the college jar," their mother Carol always said. "That's somebody's future." Two children watched that jar fill up. Danny, the bright boy everyone loved, and Nora, the quiet girl who set the table and never asked for much. But one night, Nora heard her mother say the thing that would shape her whole life.
"We only have enough for one of them, Ray, and we both know which one is worth it."
Nora was 8 years old, standing in the dark hallway in her socks. She never forgot the sound of those words, or which child she was. 10 years later, on the morning Danny turned 18, a brand new car sat in the driveway with a big red bow. The college jar had a name on it after all. The name was his. On the morning Nora turned 18, there was a suitcase by the door.
"You're a grown woman now. You'll figure it out. Danny needs his chance. Don't make this hard."
Nora picked up the suitcase. She took one more thing, too, a small paper packet of her grandmother's flower seeds from the kitchen drawer. Then she walked to the bus stop, 18 years old, and did not look back. Behind her, they were already singing to Danny. So she figured it out. She cleaned offices at night and took classes in the day. She learned that things grow if you are patient, even her. Those grandmother's seeds became a window box, then a garden, then a small flower shop on a corner with her own name over the door. Nora built a warm and quiet life, one honest day at a time. No one sang for her. She stopped waiting for it. And Danny? Danny got his chance, and another and another. His big company, the one that was going to change the world, quietly closed its doors. But that news never reached Nora. She had made her peace with the silence. She thought it would last forever. 200 miles away, a little girl named Lily was very sick. She was 7. She had her father Danny's smile, her own brave heart, and a sickness in her blood that the medicine had finally stopped fighting. The doctors said Lily needed a donor, someone whose blood was a close enough match to save her. So they tested the family. They tested Carol. They tested Ray. They tested Danny, her own father. Not one of them was close enough. Then a nurse found an old family paper, and on it was one more name. A daughter, a sister, an aunt named Nora that little Lily had never even heard of. They didn't even have her phone number anymore. They had erased her that completely. So they drove 200 miles and stood on her steps in the cold rain. And now you know what Nora saw through the glass. She opened the door. Danny held up the little framed photo, his hands shaking.
"Nora, please. This is Lily. She's my daughter. She's 7 and she's dying, and you're the only one who can save her. I know we have no right to ask. I know that."
Nora looked at the photo of the little girl with her brother's smile. And whatever those people had done to her, she did not even have to think about her answer.
"Of course I'll help her. Where is she? Take me to her now."
Nora met Lily the next morning in the sunny hospital playroom down the hall. The little girl looked so small in the big armchair by the window, holding a worn, stuffed rabbit.
"Are you really my aunt? I didn't know I had an aunt."
I've been away a long time, but I'm here now, and I brought you something.
Nora opened her hand. Inside was a single flower seed from her shop.
When you are strong again, we will plant this together and watch it grow. That's a promise.
In the doorway, Danny watched his sister be kind to his child, and something in his chest began to crack. That evening, the past finally caught up with the family. It came in the shape of an old bank book. Ray had carried it in his coat for 20 years, unable to throw it away. His hands shook as he opened it.
There was always enough, Nora. There was enough for both of you. Your mother told you a lie, and I stood there and let her. God forgive me.
Carol's face went white. Danny turned very slowly to look at his mother. The lie had held for more than 20 years. It did not survive that hallway. 2 days later, Nora lay in a hospital bed of her own. The doctors took what Lily needed from deep inside Nora's bones, the living seed that could teach a little girl's blood to be strong again. It hurt. Nora did not complain, not once. The family who had thrown her away now waited in a hallway, living on the kindness of the very daughter they discarded. Danny stood at the door the whole time, unable to come in, unable to leave.
Why are you doing this? After everything we did, why?
Because she is a child, and she is yours, and none of it is her fault. I know exactly how it feels to be the child nobody chose. I would die before I let her feel that too.
The cells took. Slowly, color came back into Lily's cheeks. Weeks later, the little girl was out of bed, drawing pictures at the playroom table, strong enough to ask questions. And one afternoon, with the whole family around her, she asked the one that nobody was ready for.
Mummy, Daddy, if Aunt Nora saved my life, why did I never meet her before? Why didn't she ever come to my birthday?
The room went completely silent. Carol opened her mouth and closed it again. There was no answer a 7-year-old could understand, because there was no answer a grown-up could be proud of. Danny knelt down beside his daughter's chair, tears on his face, and told her the truth.
Because we made a terrible mistake, sweetheart. And we are going to spend the rest of our lives making it right.
Later, in the quiet corridor, Carol tried one last time to be the mother she had never been.
We can be a family again now, can't we? We can put all of this behind us. You were always such a forgiving girl.
Nora looked at her mother for a long moment. There was no anger left in her, only something clearer and calmer than anger.
I forgive you, Mom. I do. But forgiving you doesn't mean pretending it never happened. You had 2 children. You chose one. I won't punish you for it. I just won't call it love.
And that was all of it. Carol was left standing alone in the corridor with the truth she had run from for 40 years. Down the hall, Danny was waiting for his sister, not the golden sun anymore, just her brother. Finally. Spring came, Lily's hair grew back, dark and thick like her father's, and on a bright Saturday morning, in the garden behind a little flower shop, an aunt and her niece knelt in the warm dirt and planted a single seed they had saved all winter.
Will it really grow?
It will. Some things just need someone to finally choose them. Then they grow and grow and grow.
Danny came on Saturdays now, with dirt under his nails and no big ideas left to sell. Just a brother, learning how to show up. Nora never did get her parents back. Some doors, once closed, stay closed. But the girl they threw away had built a garden and a shop with her name on it. And now she had someone to leave it all to. Nora had spent her whole life waiting to be chosen. In the end, she was the one who chose. And that turned out to be the strongest thing of all.